before we get to the big question, what's your American dream?
Wow. What's my American dream? That my son will go to school and not embarrass me on a daily basis. I wake up in the morning thinking about that.
I think people in China, India, Africa all have that dream too.
Yeah. I just pray that the boy doesn't embarrass me.
A father's dream.
Yes, exactly.
And you know what? That was my dad's dream also. So, we have a sort of generational thing. No, in all seriousness, it's actually, I think, not that different than what the stereotypical American dream is, and that is that the belief that a hope that all people, no matter what their circumstances, will have the right to compete in the field that they're choosing. My dad, like so many people before him, went into the Army. He wanted to be John Wayne. I mean, he was a black kid who grew up in West Philadelphia in the 1940s and 50s, but had the same visions of America and dreams of America that anybody else, black, white, whatever, would have. Became very radicalized in the Army and by the Vietnam War to some extent, and then later coming out and into the 60s and the things that were going on. Like a lot of black folks, even today, are very skeptical with a sort of jaundiced eye of the American dream. It's interesting, if I just may add this. I keep thinking about Michelle Obama and that pride remark that she took so much flack for.
That she finally felt proud of America.
Right.
I'm paraphrasing.
Right. And in many ways of looking at that.
For the first time.
Right. And in many ways of looking at that, and I don't offer this so much as an interpretation of what she meant, but as just a commentary on African Americans and patriotism, because that's always an issue. People just have to remember the history of what African Americans have been through. The most poignant thing that I think about is the veterans who went to war during World War I in segregated armies for a segregated country, came home to the South and were often, or I shouldn't say often, at times lynched in their uniforms. When you have those sorts of experiences, you will probably have a different perspective on what the American dream is and means. But African Americans always believed in the Declaration of Independence, in the Constitution, maybe more than the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence believed in them. Martin Luther King had great faith in this country and in what it could be. There was never any doubt about where the best place was for African Americans. So there was never really any doubt that there were opportunities here to compete. And this shocks a guy like me, but that's always been true for African Americans, going back to Booker T. Washington. The case for separatism was never particularly strong in the black community. I mean, we have our nationalist impulses like anybody else, but we made a choice to decide to become a part of America. That's where the future is.
Your American dream, as you told us, is that your son grow up and not embarrass you. And it was similar to your dad's dream.
That was my dad's dream.
So how are you doing with your dad's dream? Have you embarrassed him yet?
I think I gave my dad a lifetime of embarrassment between 1 and about 18. Okay, so I have a lot to make up for.
So you're working your way back
I'm
from
working
1 to
my
18.
way back, yeah. And
How old are you now?
I'm 33, so I figure I'll be done by the time I'm about 65 or so.
65.
Yeah, about retirement age, I should have made up for all the pain and heartache and humiliation that I heaped upon my parents.
Daddy Coates, did you hear that?